Okay, I want to say good evening. Welcome everyone. I guess we'll wait a little, let a few more people come in. Probably the best thing for us to do is wait a little bit. So I don't mind waiting just a little bit. All right, checking out my audio settings and everything. So I hope that you all can hear me. That's my main thing. Okay, I want to say good evening. Welcome everyone. Okay, good. We're in there. All right, let's give enough people enough time to come on, and then we're gonna talk about a few things right quick. Of course, you know the title of this video is Q&A Tuesday for Patreon members and new subscribers. We're talking about challenging the jurisdiction and the right to travel. So I want to make sure that everyone's aboard getting this done. I'll wait to let a few people come on. I know it's late at night. It's a Tuesday. I know it. And I'm still super excited because people are getting remedies every single day. And I'm loving it. They're coming here. They're finding solutions. They're getting help. I feel good. I don't know about everyone else, but I do. So I will wait. Let's play an ad and I'll come back. Okay, welcome everyone. Again, this is Amy Millhouse. It's Justin, adjusting some of the settings here, and I want to give enough people time to come on. I know it's 10:30, and I'm gonna give a hello and shout out to everyone. So if you see this video later, I'm talking about you too. All right. All right. I want to welcome all the new Patreon members and the new subscribers. I want to welcome you all to being a part of the Texas Paralegal Guide channel. I'm Zay McMillhouse, the trustee for the People's Note and Global Communication Entertainment Group, which is the radio station. So, of course, hi Angela H, how you doing? And Jay, that's right, Angela H. Hey, I still got your PMA in there. If you still want to join, we had a problem with the last processor, but we got this straightened out. So if you still want to be a part, I got your information, okay? All right, and Jay is in here. Anyway, this is the super big station right here, the one I keep telling you all about right here. We trying to come down to one good logo we're going to use. Right here, you can click on that so you can listen to my mixes. And we got live help on here, of course. So if you want to leave a message, you can click right here, take you to live support. You can leave a message right here for us, and that'll get to us quick too. So make sure you remember that. That's on the super big station. And go back to the live dashboard here. So I guess Angie, I guess you and I are the only one that's in here tonight kicking it. I want to give people enough time to come in and talk about it because the Patreon members are the most important, one of the most important things to this movement because they are dedicated to being a part of this movement. Best thing about it though is that the documents I'm talking about right now will be the documents that I'll post on Patreon. So a lot of Patreon members are probably gonna miss this, but I'm gonna go ahead and bring this out anyway because those are. Let me see if I can find it right here. Where's that document at? What did I do with it? Okay, I'll get to it in just a moment. Yeah, I could have put this on the desktop anyway. Okay. Let me see. Oh, my hard drive is not hooked up. That's the problem right there. So let me go ahead and get that done right quick, and and then we'll get started with this. All right. Seems a lot better. All right. Okay. So I can finish the PMA tonight. Okay, and Jay, good. Peace, showbiz. What's up, Preston in the house? And Valerie Grace just tuned in. Valerie, I done called you 2 or 3 times. I don't know if you got my voicemails or not, but I have called you uh, concerning your issue that you had. So I can give you a call back if you want to. Just put the time you want me to call you back inside the chat, and I'll do that for you. Okay? I'll give you a call back so we can go over your items and everything, and make sure we get you on track. So let's go in here. Right here, of course, this is my uh, dock right here. I'm copying this stuff over to another hard drive actually. So, but I want to show this here to you all. I think it's very important for you to see it, see documents. Now, this is stuff that I get and I research a little bit, okay? All right, so let's give enough people enough time to come on. If you're just joining here, go ahead and like this video. Go ahead and like it, subscribe, leave a comment. You can chat with us in the chat over here also. Um, okay, no problem, Miss Valerie, I got you. Um, you can go ahead and like the video, please. Subscribe if you're new here. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment. You can chat with us in the chat, and you also can share it with a friend on your social media, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, whatever you have, Twitter. One of my favorites is Twitter. So you can go ahead and share it there, and then this information can be shared with someone else, and who can use the information, and also use the remedy. So. Um, just a quick reminder, I'm not using the Cash App no more. So if you want to send anything to the ministry as a donation, or you want to do a consultation with me, go to venmo.com/ZMICTPG1 to give you donation or pay for your consultation. Okay, that's it. Now, since we've been getting a lot of people that don't understand how the program works, I want to go here first and say this is just the default information that comes in the email when you get it. Okay. So you must become a private member by a, signing a PMA and giving a monthly donation on Patreon before docs can be sent. We only work with private members. We do not offer service for non-members. Okay, now when I say that, I'm saying that if you do a PMA, that's the only way you're gonna be able to get help from us. If you're on Patreon, the documents I send. But here's the whole clue to the whole entire thing is that when I do send documents on Patreon, and someone would pledge $50, and then the day before they go ahead and take it out, they reduce their pledge down to $5 or $10. After they pledge $50, they'll wait to the end of the month and then reduce it to 10. That's the main reason why I post the information late on Patreon late, because some people just want to come in and get something for free, and it's not that hard to pay $30 or $50 to get documents you need. I did post some documents on here before concerning child support, and I did post some documents on here concerning credit repair, and the people that used it are getting the same results we're getting. So trust me, if you want to take advantage and get a remedy, you have to use the documents on Patreon, but don't come in and pledge $50 at the end of the month. Then when the end of the month get here, you reduce it down to $5. That's not cool at all. And if you do that, I will terminate your membership, okay? So you come in, you pledge something, you stick to that pledge. If you cannot make that pledge, then contact me and let me know. Don't just reduce it down to $5 or $10 because you think that's the thing to do. No, you got the documents based on your pledge and your pledge amount. If you reduce it, that means you weren't entitled to the documents. I had to terminate your membership. And be careful because you never know if you got all the documents or not. I might post a few documents and you think you got it all and you don't. You might be missing 4 or 5 different sheets of paper to actually make everything work. So be careful there when you try to come here and try to steal information when all you got to do is ask for it. Okay, ask for it, give a donation. It's not that hard. Okay. Okay, so the links to the People's Note. The links to the People's Note is right here. That's the People's Note website. It's secure. If you are trying to sign up for the secure party credit process or the mortgage analysis and expert credit repair, you go to the officialpeoplesnote.com. We done went through this before. So if you want to get a PMA for the first time, you got to send an email to CEO at thepeoplesnote.com and write PMA application in your subject field and click send. That's all you have to do. If you're on a monthly membership for some reason, whatever we got you on a monthly payment system, you would do it through this type of membership. Most of the membership do not have a monthly payment, so you don't have to worry about that option because if you give it on Patreon, you don't have to worry about this. If you have a monthly membership on the People's Note, or the officials People's Note on there, you're gonna be training with the interns and the trainers and everyone else. You're gonna be training with them. So that's the key thing about the monthly membership on the official People's Note. That is a trainer website. You're paying monthly as a trainer. Okay. Okay. The monthly donation for docs is optional. As you see right there, I say right there is patreon.com/TPG1. It's optional. It's just that you get the documents. You just won't get them as quick as if you had a monthly membership on the official People's Note or the People's Note. And if your situation is urgent, make a donation on the Venmo app and someone will call you personally. That's right here. What I just told you earlier. Venmo.com/ZamicTPG1. That's all you have to do. Also, you go listen to the Super Big Station right here because I'll be giving away starter packs throughout the week. I'll be giving away free starter packs for you right here. So if you listen to the radio station, you're gonna see a little box on here. I'm gonna tell you to enter the um, the starter pack song of the day. And if you this box is gonna be right here. You enter that starter pack song of the day, and you get the chance to win. Okay, so whoever entered the starter pack song of the day will win a starter pack. Simple as that. And you don't have to worry about paying anything, waiting for the documents or anything like that. You have it already, okay? All right, and Alton Dunlap is in here. What's up, TPG? What's up, Alton? Hey, it's all good, bro. Still working on that for you also. And K2, what's that? Kato Kane 7. Greetings, how you doing? I saw your message in Patreon, so I guess you got to chat with me. Remember, if you send if you do send your PMA, if I email you a PMA app and you send it back in there, when you send it, it comes back in my back office in Adobe right here, which is Adobe Sign right here. I redo it for you. Right here, this is where you see it says right here. I'm gonna show you so you can see Alpha Signature. See, these are the signed application. When you sign a PMA, they come back here. That's how I know who is the member and who's not a member. And these are the templates that I use to send to you all to help you out. So if your application doesn't come back here in this area right here, that's how I know if you're a member or not. Because your every PMA you sign up for, it comes back here in this Adobe Sign. Now right here it's on the sign. See that? It's signed. All these people have already signed their PMA. Now to check and see if anyone hasn't signed, you go right here. If I don't see your name in there, then that means that you have the application, but you have not signed it. So that's how we know who are all the members are and who are all the non-members are, because it comes back here. So there's no way you can hide it. It has to come back here in order for us to be able to prove that you have a PMA on file. So there's no way around it. You can't get around it because we have to see the PMA. We have to charge you for the membership, and it we take the PMA from the back office, what you just seen right here. We take it. We go in the back office. We find the ones that signed, and we take it. We take this information like right here. It's a starter pack I did right here myself. See, so I'm gonna enlarge that. See, that's a starter pack right there I did for myself. See, I just put Zamic Mojam's Millhouse, of course. And this is coming to the back office. Now, when I sign this, it comes back in the back office. So what starter pack is this here. You have the first document, which is the copyright. This is the copyright in the name right here. This is what you're using right here to copyright your name. And then in case you lose track of it, you can always, here's an example of what should be filled out on the copyright affidavit. Okay? So you know what you should be filling out. This affidavit of truth right here. This is another one I send to you. You fill it out. You put your information inside there, and these documents are automatically filled out by you automatically. See, I'm showing you right now. In case you need to go look at the affidavit of truth and make sure you fill all the spaces out, I put it right behind that again. Now right here is the surety bond. As you see right there, all the information populated. Right, I did on the 9th of December 2018. Right there, it's my name right there, and I signed it right here. So that means it's gonna come back here signed. Right there, that's a mistake I made right there, but it's already been corrected on the original one. So if you get the starter pack, you'll have this. This is an example of what the surety bond looks like, the original one that's unedited. Okay, and then this right here is the fee schedule. Okay, see right there has my name in there, has my name in capital letters, copyright, trademark. See right there, I had it. Say McMojams Millhouse, Texas, like right there. I put my name, your name automatic populate in these blanks. And then when you sign that, this comes back to me in the back office. See right there, I signed on December the 9th. Okay? And then that's the acknowledgement of the notice. And then this is the fee schedule unfilled out. Okay? I ain't worried about no federal loans, student loans, because that stuff is off my credit report. So that's an example of the fee schedule that's not edited. This is the original one, so you compare yours to this. Then right here is a notice to the clerk. The notice to the clerk to file your paperwork. So you put your new case number in right there, your month, your date, the year, the county clerk name, and you fill this document out and you sign it at the bottom like I did. Zay McMojams Millhouse, attorney in fact, or secure party creditor. Sign right here on December 9th. The executor for Zay McMojams Millhouse Estate. All rights reserved. Sua juris pursuant to UCC 1-103.6. Now I know you're probably wondering what's under UCC 1-103.6, right? You know you're wondering. And hey, Ruby Alexander's in here. Ruby Alexander, welcome. She's the president of the People's Note and also over the credit department. So we start training people in the credit department in January. You're gonna be getting trained by Ruby, who's the president, and she's over the credit department. So you're gonna learn how to do your credit from Ruby. If you want to be an intern, and you just want to learn how to do credit, we'll show you how to do that also. You can learn how to do credit, work with us, and make you some money helping other people get their credit to 800 and above or zero, and they can start over by rebuilding. Also, Kenji Yugo is in here. As you can see, he has the wrench right there by his name. He's a moderator. He said, hey, he's in here also. So make sure, like as we do when we come here every single time, we conduct ourselves like grown men and women. And if you say anything out of line or anything out of the ordinary, or we got to censor you or block you from the channel, then Kenji Yugo is going to be the one that's going to do that. Okay? So let's all be grown men and women here, and let's not act like children that needs to be disciplined. Disciplined. So let's not do that. Let's act like grown men and women. If we disagree with stuff, we'll come up with a common ground solution, but there's no reason to be arguing. All right, so TP, you think you can email me a sample of the VC endorsement to send to the fiduciary? Yes, I can do that. No problem. I saw your email. I just haven't got around to it. I've been programming the station for the new advertisers I got coming up, so I haven't ignored you. I haven't. Okay, and Daniel L says, peace, fam. Hey, peace to you also, brother. Thank you for joining and being a part of this Texas Paralegal Guide channel. I'm glad that you were here. So now, what I just showed you all was, let me go back to it again. Oh, that was the starter pack, the one I filled out right there. So that's what's in the starter pack, and that's the document without it being edited. These documents right here come in the back field. You just write it. You just put in your information, and it populates in these positions. Like you type in your county right there, it's gonna populate on every document where county is at. You put your first name on this line, it's gonna populate everywhere where your first name is at, middle name, last name. Whatever you put your name in right there, it's gonna populate every place. Your name in capital letters is gonna populate every place on this document. And all you do is take it and print it out and go get it notarized and go file it in court. So you need the starter pack. If you haven't got a starter pack yet, that's where you're messing up at right there. Because right here is what you need right here. This is an international notice. Um, of course, it's non-domestic without the United States. Excuse me. Oh my goodness. Right here, um, the copyright affidavit right here. This is copyright. That's why you need to start a pack. and a fee schedule to go along with it. So everybody gets check out the starter pack and make sure you get it. That'll be very, very important. Daniel L said, please can you email me the vehicle insurance bond document you if you don't mind. Thank you. Daniel, you got to do a PMA first, okay? You got to be a private member before I can send you any documents because I have to protect you and protect me for whatever the use of the documents are, okay? So I need for you to send me an email at ceo@thepeoplesnote.com. I'm going to send you a PMA application. It's $60 a year, and you might want to take advantage of it because it's going to be a difference between a $60 a year annual membership and a $100 a year annual membership coming in January. So you might want to go ahead and choose the $60 one while it's available. And the $100 membership will get you more documents, more time up close and personal with a lot of things that we're doing. So that's what we're offering on yearly membership. It's going to be two more different yearly membership we're going to offer that comes with certain things that you're not gonna give the basic $60 membership. So right now you can get everything with the $60 membership. So send me your email ceo@thepeoplesnote.com, and I will send you a PMA document, $60 a year. Send that once that PMA is processed and you're in our system and you're a private member. I will send you the information on the insurance bonds. Send you a lot of information that you probably need to know if you're dealing with any kind of police interrupting you, messing with you concerning any kind of insurance debts or whatever. I send you a lot of stuff surrounding that, plus the challenge of jurisdiction, motion to dismiss, all that kind of stuff. And you also can consider getting an abatement form, which comes with the insurance bond document in it already. Okay. So do that. Send me an email at ceo@thepeoplesnote.com. I'll send you a PMA, and then we'll go from there. Okay, that's Daniel L. in here. Okay, this is a document that was given to me by another video over and type it over if you want to. So, all right, so there are no presumptions or assumptions and no tacit agreements, no waiver of rights, no hearsay, no lawyering or atonement from the bench. I am only asking for true facts, honor, and fair justice. Rights, above all, aka right here. So let's just go ahead and do this together. Okay, let's do this together right quick. So let's start right here. Okay, and then we're gonna take this right here, and we're gonna edit that. Okay, this is what I do to documents to make sure that that you all can use them. Okay, this is what we're doing right here in person, so you're all seeing it live in person. So I hope you understanding what's going on here. This is what you should be doing yourself personally, and this is what you would learn as a document creator here in at the People's Note. So right there, you see, that's his name right there. Okay, now I can go find and replace each one where his name's at on each one of these documents because you got to see how many pages. 62 pages. You see this? 62. You see it replaced it. So on that line right there, it's gone. Okay. All right. Now we're gonna edit as we go along. Okay. So I I mean above all else, your name right here, this correct legal name, and and from the beginning invoke my right of self-determination, which is considered to be the foundational stone of all human rights. I hereby invoke my right of redress, how you say it, of grievances. Okay, I hereby stand as a belligerent claimant upon these rights as required. The Supreme Court said that the rights of life and personal liberty are the natural rights of man. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, and that's in U.S. versus Cruikshank, 92 U.S. 54, 54, and then 2 ADA 542, and then 23 LED 588. Okay, so you want to check that out. If you need to pause this video, you can pause to get that. If not, I will copy this and put this in the chat for you right quick so you can look this case up. And this is how you should do your research, really. I mean, this is the best way to do it. So I'm gonna put this in the chat for you right quick. And oops, went over 20 words. So let's go right here. Supreme Court. Let's eliminate this part and see we still got 8 over. See, I hate about doing this kind of stuff. Uh, let's go right here. Okay. Oops. Mm. Supreme Court. Okay. I'm gonna put that in there. So can you email? Please, can you email? Oh, that's right. Daniel already said okay. And Daniel said okay. And then Brian Pimpin in here. Pimpin. Brian Pimpin in the house. Hey, how you doing, bro? Good to see you on tonight. Pimpin. All right. So now you look that up inside there. Now, the individual rights guaranteed by our Constitution and treaties cannot be compromised or ignored by our government or by its courts. For example, in the United States versus Johnson, 76F supplemental 5, 538 and 539, D, Pennsylvania, 1947, the Federal District Court Judge James Alger Fee ruled that the privilege against self-incrimination, the privilege against self-incrimination is neither accorded to the passive resistant, nor to the person who is ignorant of his rights, nor to one indifferent thereto. Okay? It is a fighting clause. Its benefits can be retained only by sustained combat. It cannot be claimed by the attorney or solicitor. It is valid only when insisted upon by a belligerent claimant in person. The McAllister versus Hinkle right here in 201 U.S. 90, 26S CT 385, and then 5 LED 671. And it's also the Commonwealth versus Shaw in 4 Cush 59450 AM DC 813, and also the Orem versus State 38 Ohio App 171 N175 NE 876. Okay, so those in case you might want to take a look at it for the research purposes. The one who is persuaded by honeyed words or moral persuasion, what it should say, persuasion, actual moral persuasion, to testify or produce documents rather than to make a last ditch stand simply loses the protection. He must refuse to answer or produce and test the matter in contempt proceedings or by habeas corpus. Okay, these what these cases cover right here. Okay, the verdict's confrontational language in these cases, fighting, combat, and most surprisingly belligerent. Did you ever expect to ever read a federal court condemning people for being passive or ignorant? Did you ever expect to see a verdict that encouraged people to be belligerent in court? Better go back and reread the extraordinary verdict, um, and commit it to memory, for it succinctly describes the essence of the American legal system. Clearly, we must do something, for as Sir Edmund Burke said, the only thing necessary for evil to triumph is for good man to do nothing. Okay? Sir Edmund Burke said that. All right? The persuasion of the liberty rights we retain for ourselves. The presumption, I'm sorry. The presumption of liberty rights we retain for ourselves. Freedom lies in everyone's heart, but it must do more than just lie there. It's Judge Napolitano. I know y'all know him from Fox News at one time. All right, so I just want to check back with the chat, see what we got in here. So faded. Please contact me whenever you get a minute by my SPC. I just want to have it finalized and received. Do I get the actual documents? Do I have to have them printed on my end? I still need an email too. Uh, you sort of print them out on your end, and I thought that you had a final copy. So if you need something changed on it, you need to send it to me at ceo@thepeoplesnote.com, and I'll check with our SPC specialist and see if we can go ahead and make those corrections for you. Okay? I mean, you need to hurry and get that done because we don't so faded we can't keep going back and back and back. You need to go ahead and get that to us now so we can get it done and get it behind us, so it won't be something that's lingering. Okay? I just joined Patreon 2 weeks and I was charged $40. I also have to go back and pay $60, and I have to go back and pay. Okay, well when you join Patreon a couple weeks ago, they charge you when you first join, and then they charge you on the first. So the $60 membership is guaranteed. I mean, you have to do that. You have to be a private member. The Patreon is just a donation site to make sure you get the paperwork. So what you're asking me for right now is that I will be able to get the paperwork to you for what you're asking for, but you'll be a member and you'll be able to get anything that you want to get that's not inside a pack. You can get anything from us and they help you want to once you become a private member. Now I know they may charge you $40 or $20 two times, but that's Patreon, and that's the best way for you to get the documents if you don't have um, a email address on the people's note, something like that. If you're not doing a process, you're not going to have a email address, so you get your documents on Patreon, but you got to be a private member, okay? All right, no problem. If you're in the $20 level, this document that you're asking for is in that level. Just go ahead and join for $60 a year. You don't have to worry about it till next December the 12th or whatever, right? December 12th, December 11th. You ain't got to worry about it till next December 11th, 2019. And documents you got that's not in the pack, you're ready to get them. Okay? Okay, so very good. I'll check that in a little while after we get off of this right here. Okay, so whereas it is essential if man is not to be compelled to have recourse as a last resort to rebellion against tyranny and oppression, that human rights should be protected by the rule of the law. That's an excerpt from the preamble of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The states parties to the present covenant with the principles proclaimed under the Charter of the United Nations, recognition of those inherent dignity and of the equal and inalienable rights of all members of the human family is the foundation of freedom, justice, and peace in the world. Recognize that these rights derive from the inherent dignity of the human person, recognizing that in accordance to the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, the ideal of free human beings enjoying civil and political freedom and freedom from fear and want can only be achieved if conditions are created whereby everyone may enjoy his civil and political rights as well as his economic, social, and cultural rights, considering the obligation of the states under the Charter of the United Nations to promote universal respect for and observance of human rights and freedoms, realizing that the individual having duties to other individuals and to the community to which it belongs is under a responsibility to strive for the promotion and observance of the rights recognized in the present covenant, the preamble international covenant on civil rights and political rights. Okay, by the grace of God Almighty, and through the supremacy clause of the Constitution, the below listed treaties of the supreme law, it is I alone who shall determine my status, standing, and honor and jurisdiction. Okay, Article Article 6, Clause 2. This Constitution and the laws of the United States, which shall be made in pursuance thereof, and all treaties made or which shall be made under the authority of the United States shall be the supreme law of the land, and the judges in every state shall be bound thereby, anything in the Constitution or laws of any state to the contrary notwithstanding. Clause number 3 says the senators and representatives before mentioned and the members of the several state legislatures, and all executive and judicial officers, both of the United States and and of the several states shall be bound by the oath and affirmation to support this Constitution, but no religious test shall be ever be required as a qualification to any office or public trust under the United States. I hereby invoke and stand upon all my natural rights given by my God, which are written in the documents below, listed below. These and all others are universally known as supreme law of the land. The Holy Bible, King James Version, 1215, Magna Carta, 1620, Mayflower Compact, 1628, Petition of Rights, 1641, Grand how you say that? I forgot how you say it. Remonstrance, right? Remonstrance, okay. 1689, the English Bill of Rights. In 1765, the Declaration of Rights in the Congress at New York. 1774, the Declaration of Rights in Congress at Pennsylvania, Philadelphia, of course. I was about to say the city. 1776, the Declaration of Independence. 1777, the Articles of Confederation. 1783, the Treaty of the Peace. 1789, the Constitution of the United States of America. 1791, the Bill of Rights. 1868, the Constitution of the United States of America. 1864, 1929, 1949, the Geneva Conventions. 1948, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. And 23rd March 1976, the International Covenant of Civil and Political Rights, Articles 1 through 27. I hereby and forever stand upon these natural rights listed above, giving the free man of God, one of we the people, the state national limited diplomatic immunity as per the Geneva Convention, and that he has done no harm to another. If I have unknowingly harmed another, let that living man, woman, or child come forward, claim under sworn oath and under the penalty of perjury, and I'll explain, ask for repentance, seek forgiveness, or make amends, or rebut. Okay, so this is just page 5 of this document right here. So we still have 60 some more pages to go in this document. So what I'm gonna do is actually it's 63 or 62 because that last one is the notary. So the last page right there is a notary. So I'm gonna read 5 or 6 of these, and then I think we're gonna stop down here probably at about let's stop at about Article 14, and we'll pick up tomorrow right there where we stopped at. Okay. The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, the ICCPR, partial list of applicable rights. Article 1, all people have the right of self-determination. By virtue of that right, they freely determine their political status and freely pursue their economic, social, and cultural development. 3, see, skip 2 right here. So 3, the states are parties of the present covenant, including those having responsibility for the administration of non-self-governing and trust territories, shall promote the realization of the right of self-determination and shall respect the right in conformity with the provision of the Charter of the United Nations. Article 2. Each party, each state party to present covenant undertakes to respect and to ensure to all individuals within its territories and subject to its jurisdiction the rights recognized in the present covenant without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status, which is like the title, nobility, or licensed driver, so other status. Um, where where number 2, were not already provided for by existing legislative or other measures, each state party to present covenant undertakes to take the necessary steps in accordance with the constitutional process and with the provisions of the present covenant to adopt such laws or other measures as may be necessary to give effect to the rights recognized in the present covenant. Okay. Number 3, each state party to present covenant undertakes A, to ensure that any person whose rights or freedom has as herein recognized violated shall have an effective remedy, notwithstanding the violation has been committed by persons acting in official capacity. To ensure, B is to ensure that any person claiming such a remedy shall have his right thereto determined by a competent judicial, administrative, or legislative authorities, or by any other competent authority provided for by the legal system of the state, and to develop the possibilities of judicial remedies. C. To ensure the competent authorities shall enforce such remedies when granted. Okay? Article 3. The states parties to the present covenant undertake to ensure the equal right of men and women to draw all civil and political rights set forth in the present covenant. Article 5. 1. Nothing in the present covenant may be interpreted as implying for any state, group, or persons any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act aimed at the destruction of any other rights and freedoms recognized herein, or at their limitation to a greater extent that is provided for in the present covenant. Number 2 on Article 5 says there should be no restriction upon or derogation of any of the fundamental human rights recognized or existing in any state party to the present covenant pursuant to the law, conventions, regulations, or customs to the pretext that the present covenant does not recognize such rights or that it recognizes them to a lesser extent. Article 6. Every human being has the inherent right to life. This right shall be protected by law. No one shall be arbitrarily deprived of his life. Article 7. No one should be subjected to torture or to cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment or punishment. In particular, no one should be subjected without his free consent to medical or scientific experimentation. There is excessive torture, cruel, inhuman, or degrading treatment and punishment in our jails and prisons. See 1971, Stanford Prison Experiment. Power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Okay. Article 8. No one should be held in slavery. Slavery and the slave trade in all their forms shall be prohibited. Okay. 2. No one should be held in servitude. 3A. No one should be required to perform forced or compulsory labor. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm doing two things at one time, trying to write down information here at the same time. Okay. What about the prison industrial complex role in human trafficking and racketeering? There are contracts and bonds that require prisoners to fill the beds of jails and prisons, human warehouses. Some jails are even owned by county judges like, well, we ain't gonna put none in there right now, so let's give the examples. Article 9. Everyone has the right to liberty and the security of person. No one should be subject to arbitrary arrest or detention. No one should be deprived of his liberty except on such grounds and in accordance with such procedure as established by law. Number 2, anyone who is arrested shall be informed at the time of arrest and on the reasons for his arrest and should be promptly informed of any charges against him. Number 3, on Article 9, anyone arrested or detained on a criminal charge should be brought promptly before a a judge or an other officer authorized by law to exercise judicial power should be entitled to a trial within a reasonable time or to release. It shall not be the general rule that persons awaiting trial should be detained in custody, but release may be subject to guarantees to appear for trial at any other stage of the judicial proceedings and should occasion arise for execution of that judgment. Anyone who is deprived of his liberty by arrest or detention shall be entitled to take proceedings before a court in order that the court may decide without delay on the lawfulness of his detention and order his relief if the detention is not lawful. Number 5, anyone who has been a victim of unlawful arrest or detention shall have the a an enforceable right to compensation. Okay, an enforceable right. Keep that in mind. Um, what I used to tell you about before, commercial liens. Okay, keep that in mind. Article 10, number one, all persons deprived of their liberty shall be treated with humanity and with respect for the inherent dignity of the human person. Number three, the penitentiary system shall comprise treatment of prisoners, the central aim of which shall be their reformation and social rehabilitation. Juvenile offenders should be segregated from adults and be accorded treatment appropriate to their age and legal status. Article 11. No one should be imprisoned merely on the grounds of inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. Now, I'm stopping right here because, well, I'm gonna keep going, but I've been telling a lot of members here, you cannot be imprisoned merely on the ground of inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. You can't go to jail for that. You go to jail when there's an injured party. If you don't pay your credit card, you can't go to jail for that. If you don't pay your student loan, you can't go to jail for that. If there's no injured party, no one can put you in jail for that because if you don't have the inability to perform the contract or performance of the contract or inability to pay a certain contract, they can't put you in jail for that. You can't go to jail for the inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. Now that's you, a person that's you had the obligation with, can prove that they're an injured party. Okay, on Article 12 it said everyone lawfully within the territory of a state shall within that territory have the right to liberty of movement and freedom to choose his residence. Number two, under Article 12, everyone should be free to leave any country, including his own. Article 14, all persons should be equal before the courts and tribunals. In the determination of any criminal charge against him or of his rights and obligations in a suit at law, everyone should be entitled to a fair and public hearing by a competent, independent, and impartial tribunal established by law. The press and the public may be excluded from all or part of the trial for reasons of morals, public order, or national security in a democratic society, or when the interests of the private lives of the parties so requires, or to the extent strictly necessary in the opinion of the court in special circumstances where publicity would prejudice the interests of the justice. But any judgment rendered in a criminal case or in a lawsuit should be made public except where the interests of juvenile persons otherwise requires, or the proceedings concern matrimonial disputes or the guardianship of children. Number two, under Article 14, everyone charged with a criminal offense shall have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty according to the law. Number three, in the determination of the criminal charge against him, everyone should be entitled to the following minimum guarantees. I'm sorry, minimum guarantees in full equality. A, to be informed promptly and in detail in a language which he understands of the nature and cause of the charge against him. Uh, on the 3B, 3B right here, missing the A right there. 3B. Oh, A is right there. I'm sorry. 3B, to have an adequate time in facilities for the preparation of his defense and to communicate with counsel of his own choosing. That's the key word right there, counsel of his own choosing. So if you want to appoint the trustee of the People's Note as counsel to prepare for your defense, you can do that under the next friend on the Constitution. And also, you can represent someone as a part of a private organization, which, if you're a member, you are a part of this private organization. All right. I hope we got everybody in here. Let me see what we got here. I'm going to go back to the chat for a minute. I'm going to join the People's Note. Daniel L. Okay. Uh, okay. You say I had a complicated situation. If you don't mind, I am leaving my email. Okay. You can email me and send your number. I want to ask you a question, please. No. I will send you the PMA. You sign up, and then you leave your number, and I will call you. Okay. All right. Because the number that you got on our website, you should have the number on there that you can call, the 512 273 7570. That's for new members and consultation calls only. So if you want to call me, it's on the People's Note website. Let's just go there for a second. Okay, this number right here is for new subscribers and paid consultation on. That's why I asked you to subscribe when you first get here. You send all your documents to info@thepeoplesnote.com. That's the phone number you call the first time, but you call during business hours and you check the video, check 2 videos before this one to make sure you know the hours that we operate before you dial that number. Don't dial that number, it's out the hour and you're not a member, you would not become a member either. If you got a member email account, you check it right here. You support us on Patreon right here. This site is just for the information where you can read up on what we do. And right here, you just where you come to get your SBC information. But you got a contact us page right here. If you want to make a donation right here instead of Patreon, you can make a donation right here, and we can set up a consultation call for you just by making a donation right here to PayPal. Okay, and then the SBC instructions are right here. You click on it, you're going to enter this email. See my passwords are right there. Enter that password I'm going to give you in your email, and then you enter it, and then you go to your section, your region of the country, you click on your state, and then you enter another password, and you get the instructions for your state, for that region, for the SBC. So it's the only thing you can do here on the People's Note. If you want to log in, it's what you have to do. You have to log in right here, and you don't have an account yet because my login goes to the back part of the page, as you can see right here. This is where the WordPress page. So if you right now, no one doesn't have membership. See, it's got a membership levels, everything, but there's no membership. There's no, I haven't created the membership part of it yet. Okay, so that's what we're waiting on right now is for me to update everything so you can let me go and update WordPress so you can you'll be able to use your memberships in January. Simple as that. That's all you have to do. I'm gonna update these plugins first, and then we're gonna update WordPress next. So that's why I'm saying you don't have a membership because if I give you a login, it's gonna come back to this page right here, and you're not gonna see anything on this side right here. I had to create you a membership in here. That's how you will be able to see everything, okay, that you want to see in there. So Daniel, I got you. I'm gonna send you a PMA right quick, Daniel. All right. Okay. You got it right now, Daniel. It's gone. Okay. So now I'm gonna update the WordPress right quick. Okay. So that's why you in this back part right here. When you have a membership, this is what it would look like. Let me show you right quick. It's not. Oh, there it is. So this right here is where you set your settings at um, for your people to know the account, and then you edit your profile. It'll be right here. I'm showing you ahead of time, which is what I'm doing right now. I'm editing my profile. You generate your password. You can log out of everywhere. You can put it everywhere. Your membership information be down here. I'm a Diamond Private Member Trainer. I donate $500 a month here to the People's Note. Also, Ruby is a Diamond member also. So we the one that donate money over here to keep everything going. All right. All right, so that's what the People's Note website is about. Is why you don't have an account. But in January, everyone will be able to hit this button and log in and go into the account. It'd be like Facebook, something like that. You'll be able to have your own membership at a time. hmm Yeah, it depends on what you're doing, Kato. Depends on what kind of process you're going on. If you had a process going on with us, like a mortgage analysis, a credit repair, security party creditor, or something like that, there you have an email. If you're doing any kind of mortgage analysis, credit repair, security party credit, anything like that, you'll get an email account because we send your documents and everything to your own email account on our domain name. We don't send it to Yahoo or Hotmail or Gmail, nothing like that. You have to have a membership if we're going to be sending documents between each other. So if you sign up for mortgage analysis, credit repair, experience, enhanced credit repair, expert credit repair, or you doing security party credit, you will have an email on thepeoplesnote.com. Okay. All right. So, I mean, no problem at all, Daniel. I just sent that to you. So go ahead and fill that out, and then soon I get that back in there, and PMA, people process your PMA, you'll get a receipt, you'll sell a confirmation, then I will send you the document that you asked for. And if you want to do anything else with the People's Note, I will create your email account so you can be able to send information to me securely in email, okay? All right, so let's go back to this document again. Again, we went over 2B, and this on the Article 14. It says to have adequate time and facilities for the preparation of his defense and to communicate with counsel of his own choosing. That's the one part you want to concentrate on. C, to be tried without undue delay. D, to be tried in his presence and to defend himself in persona, in person, or through legal assistance, which is the people's note of his own choosing. So right there, look at that again, or through a legal assistance, or through legal assistance of his own choosing. So real legal assistance here. To be informed if he doesn't, to be informed if he does not have legal assistance of this right, and to have legal assistance assigned to him in any case where the interest of justice is required, is so required, and without payment by him in any such case if he does not have sufficient means to pay for it. So again, and without payment by him. Okay, you all need to see this because you can redress the court without having to pay him. But if you don't have the sufficient means to pay their luxury tax, you don't have to. Okay, I hope you all can see this whole screen because it seems like it's. I hope you all can see the whole thing. Maybe I should let me take this over some. Yeah, okay, that's good. All right, so and need to examine or have examined the witness against him and to obtain the attendance and examination of witnesses on his behalf under the same condition as witness against him. To have the free assistance of an interpreter if he cannot understand or speak the language used in court. G. Not to be compelled to testify against himself or to confess guilt. So that when they ask you, are you innocent or guilty, you have a right to not testify against yourself or to confess guilt. Number 5. Now this on the Article 14. On number 5 says everyone convicted of a crime should have the right to his conviction and sentence being reviewed by a higher tribunal according to the law. 6. When a person has a final decision, has by a final decision been convicted of a criminal offense and when subsequently his conviction has been reversed or he has been pardoned on the ground that a newly discovered facts show conclusively that there has been a miscarriage of justice. The person who has suffered a punishment as a result of such conviction shall be compensated according to the law unless it is proved that the non-disclosure of the unknown fact in time is wholly or partly attributed to him. Number 7, no one shall be liable to be tried or punished again for an offense for which he has already been finally convicted or acquitted according to the law and the penal procedure of each country. Okay? Now we're going to stop right there at 14. And if I answer your question, I'm going to start the video again right here at Article 15 under the articles that has governed everything. I'm going to show you the title to it so you can know. This is the International Covenant of Civil Rights and Political Rights, ICCPR. This is just a partial list of the applicable rights. So we stopped at Article 15, and when I do the next video, I'm gonna pick up right here at Article 15. So make sure you pay attention. I'm gonna rename this to Part 1, and then we're gonna go Part 2, and we're gonna go through all 62 of these pages. We're gonna edit it to make it available. We're gonna make it editable so you can use it, of course. And then we're gonna pick up at number 15 next time. Okay. So right now I'm gonna go over to anyone who have any questions. I haven't got it yet. This is K Sweeney. Okay. All right, K Sweeney. I still haven't got your PMA, sir. I don't think I've got your PMA. And we set up a plan for you on the child support. Now I done sent documents to people who already done use the documents and out of jail, getting the stuff dismissed. So what you waiting on, sir? Mm? What you waiting on? All right. No worries. I know you'll get with me in due time. Yes, I can call you. I got a list going on right now. So I'll call you. I'll wait till Daniel do his PMA, and we're gonna talk to him, and then we're gonna talk to So Faded, and then we're gonna Case Sweeney. I know you got a weird work schedule, so let me know the best. Put in this chat room the best time to chat with you and talk to you. Okay, so go ahead and put in this chat right here, and then I will get back in touch with you on that point. Okay. So we're gonna call this we're gonna name this video the I'm gonna put on here challenge the jurisdiction and RTT part one. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna rename this RTT part one. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. All right. So if anybody don't have any more questions at all, it's 11:39. We've been going for an hour and 4 minutes. I'm gonna pick up the part two, and I'm gonna pick up the part two probably early in the morning, and we're gonna work our way all the way through all 64 pages, and we're gonna edit it together live in real time. And if you need a copy of this for any reason, you make sure you get in touch with me because I might put that in the starter pack. Okay. All right. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and end part one right now. And if you're on my call list, I'm getting ready to call you right now. I close at midnight, even though I told everyone about 9, but I'm closing at midnight around 2 o'clock today, so I can finish processing everyone's procedures. So if you stay by the phone, you want me to call you, send me a text message at 512-273-7570. If you're a non-member, if you are a member, you send me a text message at 512-523-5433. All right. If you're a member, non-members, 512-273-7570. Send me a text message, your phone number, the best time to call, and I'll get you on the call list now. I'm gonna be making calls tonight until about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm still up. I got energy. I feel good, and I feel good that everybody's getting a remedy. So let's make sure that we all stick together as a family. The one thing I want to remind you all of is that no matter what kind of arrangement we make with you, when you become a private member, you cannot tell everyone about what we're doing for you. You can't share it. You only share it with members. You can't share it with outside people who don't know anything about what we're doing. You have to share it with only the private members here. So share it with them only. And let me see, Kay Sweeney, you said between 1:30 and 4 o'clock. Okay, I'll be traveling at the same time between 1:30 and 4, but I'll go ahead and give you a call anyway, just so I can touch bases with you. Okay, so Kay Sweeney, I got you. I got you between I got you between 1:30 and 4:30. Let's say 1:30 and 4 p.m. Okay, 1:30 and 4 p.m. I got you, Kay Sweeney, and I hope you're ready to get started on this, man. Because I'm telling you, this paperwork is stopping these people inside the court, man. It's stopping them. The paperwork we have is stopping them. This paperwork right here finna stop everything. Once we go through all 64 pages of this gonna stop everything. I'm talking about from mortgages to car loans to loan analysis, whatever. Whatever you have going on, this document we talking about right now that we read, I'm gonna start back at right here. I'm gonna start back at Article 15 right here, and we're gonna work our way through part of the Bill of Rights. We're gonna work our way through that. And then we're going to go to the USC Title 18 241, conspiracies against rights, the deprivation of rights under the color of law, which is what everyone needs to know about this. The USC Title 18 should be your best friend. The challenge of standing, and then we're going to do challenge of status, and then we're going to do challenge of jurisdiction on part 3. So we're going to do Articles 15. Let me make sure we go back up here again. We're going to do Articles 15 all the way through the challenge of jurisdiction, okay? We're going to work on that. That'll be part 2. And then we'll start with challenge of jurisdiction. We're going to work our way through the challenge of jurisdiction. And we're going to go all the way down to, let's see, let's go down to fraud. We'll stop there at fraud, and then we'll start part 4 at fraud, and then we'll keep going down to till we get to let me make sure. I know I got a whole lot of arms, right? Let me see. Right here, we're gonna remember I told y'all about the elements of a contract. Remember I told you about that fraud parties competent to contract, free and general consent, full disclosure, valuable consideration, certainty of terms, meeting of minds, autograph and signatures, the privity of contract, and like this example, um, example of a name that we put in there by default, and I think we go all the way through contracts, and then we'll come back and pick up part five, probably. I mean, part five. More fraud was this fully disclosed. We start right there. The U.S. government and its subsidiary are bankrupt. The bankruptcy of the United States. We're gonna start right there on part six. And remember, I told you before, America is bankrupt. That's why I keep telling you to, if you want to go to the site, to the officialpeoplesnote.com, you can support us by getting one of these America is bankrupt products from us, and you can walk around wearing it and feel proud about it. Okay? It's right here on Official People's Note. Click on Support Us Now, and then click this link right here on the Support Us. This is just some pictures of the items that we have, but you can click on this link right here. It's going to take you over to Teespring. When you get to Teespring, you pick the product that you want to pick. If you just want the regular T-shirt, I named it on all the common law items. The classic T-shirt is $21.99. You can look at the other products that we offer also. The hoodie is the one that I suggest go with the starter pack. And as you see right here, it says America's bankrupt on the front of it. Up here it has common sense ideas for common people. VIP member HDR 192, June 1933. And it's got that big America's bankrupt with the flat. It looks like a globe, but it's a flat Earth. And then on the back of it, it has the officialpeoplesnote.com common law on the back of it. If you support us that way, we'll remind everyone that America is still bankrupt. The bankruptcy of the United States, right here. We're going to go to that on part six. And we're going to knock all that out right there. And then we're going to get down to another fraud, and the lawyer's secret oath right there. Everyone needs to pay attention to on part seven. Then a legal notice letter right here, and then the beginning of points in the pause syntax grammar. So the Clearfield Trust Supreme Court ruling, okay. The claim of truth and demand for remedy, and then the trust right here. So we get to part eight to be the trust. Then we talk about corporate America, of course, and then the oath. The oath, we'll cover that also. And then in part eight, loss of judicial immunity. Let me make sure we got it. And then the conclusion. So right here, this is for cause, status, standing, fraud, and lack of jurisdiction. Your unsworn affidavit right here. You fill it out. But we're gonna go through all this, okay? We're gonna go through every last one of these procedures, and I want to make sure that you all are learning and picking up on it. If you're an intern, you might want to check this out for sure, because a lot of this stuff that's on this document that I just showed you right here is going to be on the test. So if you're an intern, you might want to hurry up and study this one. Okay. And Adobe Sign, so if you need a copy of what I sent to you, just fill out all the documents. It'll populate everywhere. You print it out and take it to court and file it. I guarantee you the stuff will be gone, but we're going to go through it, so that way if you ever have to fill out one of these parts of this video, so you can get it done. Okay, so that's part one. We're going to do part two probably tomorrow morning, and then I have to leave out about 10. I'll be gone. I got to go to, we have a new merchant processor, in case y'all didn't know. Chase Payment Tech is our new processor, which means when you process through us, your funds will go into our account the next day, usually the same day. And I have to go to Chase in the morning to finish up the business account for the People's Note and Global Communication Entertainment, so that way when you start processing, your funds will get to us quicker. Unlike our current process, it takes 3 to 5 days, and if it's holidays, it takes longer than that. So everything we processed since December 4th have not hit the People's Note account yet. So just want to let you know. I have a new processor right now. It's Chase Payment Tech, and they're going to be taking our payments for the radio station. okay, and for your processes, okay. Remember, when you go to the radio station website, make sure when you get there, you click on this and take a look at it before you get there. And we got live help on there too. Look at the specials on here, so you'll know when I tell you to go to this site and pay for this, you're gonna be paying for a certain service that that you're gonna be paying for on the Global Communications radio station website for the stuff that's on the official People's Note or the People's Note website. You're gonna come here to make all your purchases so it can stay within Global Communication Entertainment Group. Okay? We don't want to lose no more processors behind them telling us that we can't do certain processes like credit repair and stuff like that. You're gonna do everything on the super big station. Okay? Now, if no one has anything else, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video so I can make a few phone calls, and then we're gonna start off tomorrow morning on part 2 of this document right here, and we're gonna start up right here. So remember, follow this video. If you see it, follow it because we're gonna do a lot of stuff inside here. So we're gonna start right back at I think we left off at uh, 15, right? Okay, so we'll start off at Article 15 on part 2. All right. So with that being said, don't want to have any more questions. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I'm gonna thank you all for joining us. If you're new here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now. Go ahead and like this video. Everyone that's in the chat room, hit the like button right now, so we can this video can be streamed and showed to a lot of people as a video they should check out, something recommended for them. So go ahead and click like. That'll get this video in the system. This is only part 1. We got part 2 coming. We probably have about by the time we get to doing, we have about 10 parts of this video, but you'll be able to go. I'm take all the videos together and make them all into one. If you got a People's Note email account or a People's Note membership account, you'll be able to go into your account and watch the whole video back to back. So I'm gonna take it and put it all together as one, so that way you have the information. Okay. Remember, this is the People's Note PMA. We're about private membership and sharing information between private members. That's all it is here. I'm the trustee. You have a process. Fill out your application. You send your documents to info@thepeoplesnote.com. Let's go back to that again. You send your documents to info@thepeoplesnote.com. If you're doing credit enhancement, you click here to sign up for it. You're doing non-UCC1 intake form, you sign up here for your secure party's credit status. And if you're doing property analysis, consultation intake form for mortgage analysis, you click there, you fill it out. You send all your documents for credit repair or for mortgage analysis to info@thepeoplesnote.com. You send your SBC documents to sbc@thepeoplesnote.com. Okay? It's the only thing you got to remember. Once you send your documents, once you fill out this form and you send your documents to the to for credit enhancement or for mortgage analysis or property analysis, you send it to info@thepeoplesnote.com, and for secure party creditor, you send it to sbc@thepeoplesnote.com. Okay, so on credit enhancement, credit report, if you saw our videos, you can see them right here. I haven't posted the latest videos, and some people have to make some videos, but you can come here and look at it on the site right here.
Hey guys, this is Dan Patrick here, a satisfied member. We got
See,
5424.
you can come here and look at the videos on the website. Okay, so what you do when you do your credit enhancement consultation sign up, you sign up for the application, you pick the service, and then you take your ID card, your driver's license, or also in your social security card and your bill with your address on it, and you send it to info@thepeoplesnote.com. For your property analysis, mortgage analysis, you complete this form right here. You choose your service and you send in your security note or your promissory note along with your name, your address of the property, and your social security number. You send that to info@thepeoplesnote.com. If you're doing secure party credit, you need a state issued birth certificate with a birth registration number on there and your social security card. And you send that to sbc@thepeoplesnote.com after you complete this document right here. Now, if you do everything in order, then you'll be getting a phone call from me. If you do everything out of order, you won't be getting a phone call. So make sure you understand that and do and only go to the process that I'm telling you to pay for or to discharge. I'll tell you what link to click on to go there, or I can take your payment over the internet. So if you don't know what a merchant account looks like or whatever, let me go over to authorize.net and show you right quick. This is the new one right here. This is the one that we are on right now, Global Communication 18. But the one for the ZFM big station is this one. So this is what it looks like. Okay, we already processing the course because it's live. And what we do, we go to virtual terminal. We take your payment right here. Right here, we click on it, submit it. If it goes through, then you will get a receipt inside your email. Okay, that's all it is right here. We take your credit card information over here. On this account, we can take Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and Discover. Okay? So that's what it is right here when you pay online through the site. I mean, through the site, I can take your payments online right there on the spot. No problem. Okay? All right. Okay, I see your self-aid. I need a count. I know. The sheriff can be jailed for kidnapping. Can he, for example, not paying child support, right? Brian, I don't understand the question. The sheriff can be jailed for kidnapping. Of course, on the writ of habeas corpus, if you accuse him of that and you got proof that there's no injured party for your arrest, yes, that's kidnapping. That's what this document we're going over right now is about. Can he, for example, not paying child support, right? With not paying child support, if you're asking, can a person be arrested for not paying child support? No, they cannot. When we just read that early in the document, that let me go back to it again. Um, okay, right here on Article 11, no one should be imprisoned merely on the grounds of inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. You don't have a contract with the Office of the Attorney General. So if you fail to fulfill a contractual obligation, you have a right to challenge the contract itself to prove that it's not an actual contract. Therefore, you can't be in prison. And if it was an actual contract, you still can't be in prison on the grounds of inability to fulfill a contractual obligation. Simple as that. So you're going to prove that the child support is not even a contract, so that they can't move any further because they can't prove a contract to imprison you over. And if they could prove it's a contract, they still can imprison you over it for not performing. So there you go. Child support is a loan that you got from the Office of the Attorney General, and they told you got to pay back. Now, if you know you didn't get a loan for the Office of the Attorney General, why are you paying it back? Because people come on the website, they leave comments saying, if you got to pay child support, why you don't want to take care of your kid? Why do the government think they have a right to force you to use their system to take care of the kids? That's what I want to know. How can the local government, which has no jurisdiction, establish some kind of order to make you pay? I mean, it's just ridiculous. They make you pay child support off some order, and then you're gonna run up and pay it, right? So, um, you don't have to pay fraudulent contracts. If you think you run into a problem where you're facing fraudulent contract, challenge the validity of the contract itself. Challenge the jurisdiction of the court to even hear the case. Subjugate yourself on the straw man name. There's so many things you can do to avoid it. But once we finish going through this document right here, you all gonna see what I'm talking about. We're gonna start back on part two at Article 15, and we're gonna go down. We're gonna go through all this, and you all gonna go back through this document again and go through these videos and listen to it, so you get the document. You know exactly what to do to fill it out. All right. All right. Looking forward to part two. Thank you all for subscribing to our channel. If you're new here, you just got here, please subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment. Share this channel with your friends also. You can leave a comment. You can leave one in chat. If you want to leave a super chat right here, you can click on this right here. Click on super chat right here. Choose your donation amount, whatever you want to donate, and you click on the buy and send. You'll be using your PayPal account to purchase it, and everything that goes through the super chat, it goes to help people who cannot afford to use the services because they're on a fixed income, they're elderly, they're handicapped, or not in a position to pay for the services outright. So your donations to this and through Patreon help the less fortunate, and that's what we're trying to do here. All right, so with that being said, I done wasted almost 1 minute and 24 seconds of your time. I know you're saying it's education, but until we finish the rest of this document, I think that we just need to keep pushing that until we get this document completed. And remember, this is the People's Note, the official People's Note. I'm Zay McMillhouse. I'm the trustee for the People's Note and for the official People's Note, and owner of Global Communication Entertainment Group. This is the Texas Paralegal Guide YouTube channel. I thank you all for joining me tonight, and we look forward to part two. And we go through this document. Patreon members, you're all gonna get it first. So make sure you become a Patreon member. If you're a Patreon member, $30 and above, you get this before the end of the month, which is only a week or so, 2 weeks. Hey, you get this for the end of the month, and you have other documents to go along with it. If you are facing immediate situation right now, go ahead and get the starter pack. The starter pack will help hold the case off forever. Get your starter pack. Also, go and support us on our website on officialpeoplesnote.com and click on support us and get one of the products and wear it out in the public so people can know. If your credit's bad, if your credit's 300, 400, 500, you want to raise it up to 750, 800, contact us as soon as possible for a credit repair application. We get it done quickly, okay? And it's a year membership. When you pay for your credit repair, it's for an entire year. So that means that the price that you're paying is going to be for us to maintain your credit for an entire year. Make sure you stay over 700 and over 800, okay? If you want to become a secure party creditor, we got a 24-hour turnaround here. Our SBC team can take your information. Remember, I told you fill out your UCC non-UCC1 filing intake form on the officialpeoplesnote.com website. Fill that out, and then get your birth certificate, the state is your birth certificate, and social security card, and send it to SBC at thepeoplesnote.com. And 24 hours later, you have your documents ready the draft ready for you to review it. And if everything is correct, then we'll send you the final copy, and you go to the Secretary of State and you file it. Okay, on a credit repair, you gather your documents together. After you fill out the credit repair enhancement application on thepeoplesnote.com, you get your driver's license or state ID, your social security card, and a bill with your address on it, and you send it to info at thepeoplesnote.com. Okay? Now, for mortgage analysis, you could complete the property analysis form on officialpeoplesnote.com. You complete that, and then you get your copy of your note along with your name of the owner of the property, their address, and a social security number. You send that to info at thepeoplesnote.com. We're already going to have your application. So once you send it in, then you'll get a call from me to take your payment, and then we'll start working on your process. That's how easy it is. It's not that hard at all. Trust me. If people trying to make it hard, they may just like to do stuff that's difficult. I like to do stuff that takes an extra few steps to do. I like to do stuff in a ram bam, ram bam, thank you ma'am type situation. I mean, not like that, but you know what I mean. Y'all you know what I'm talking about. Not like that. I told Hillary not to sell those people this uranium. I told her that. She just never listened, but she wanted to sell that uranium to them Russians. And now she's going to go to jail. And you know what? I don't give a good God